They came into office at a time where strict environmental regulation was really needed, and they had many opportunities to shape the landscape, especially in Michigan, but in the United States above all. I think their work to develop the bottle return policy in Michigan was truly incredible. That shaped everyone here's lives. I mean, I wouldn't be returning bottles every other week if it weren't because of them, and of course now that we have an incentive, I think that's incredible. I think the work that they did on the Wetlands Protection Act was phenomenal, as well as the Environmental Protection Act really served to shape the way that legislation is unfolding now. I'm Zoe Gum. I am currently a junior at Hope College, majoring in biology and philosophy, and I'm going to be a senior this year. I am currently Flo's policy intern for the summer of 2020, and I've lived in Traverse City my whole life.
William G. Milliken, Michigan's longest-serving governor, was known for his environmental stewardship and civility in politics. During his tenure in office, from 1969 until 1983, Milliken lent critical support for Michigan's beverage container deposit law, expanded state funding for recreation and parks programs in Detroit, and signed the state's landmark Environmental Protection Act, as well as laws to protect sand dunes, control hazardous waste, and promote recycling. Milliken passed away in October 2019 in his native and beloved Traverse City. He was preceded by his wife Helen, herself a champion of environmental stewardship and the women's rights movement. A memorial service in celebration of Governor Milliken will be held on August 6 at the Interlochen Center for the Arts. In anticipation of the event, Flo is publishing a series of short video interviews with those who knew the governor and Helen well. Look for those videos in the coming days.
He, of course, was our longest running governor in Michigan. Lived in Traverse City for a great portion of his life. Served the U.S. Army Air Corps for many years, and had a loving family, and of course cared deeply for his environment, and that became a pinnacle of his administration in his terms as governor. She was an incredible women's rights and environmental activist. I know that she put in a lot of work to further the Equal Rights Amendment to prevent discrimination based on sex in America. I know that she put in a lot of work with the Women's Resource Center in Traverse City, and I know that she cared greatly for the environment here and did anything that she could to protect the natural area around her and nature conservancies and nonprofits in northern Michigan and Michigan in general. I think that the work that they did to help mitigate pollutants from entering our environment was really phenomenal, especially the work they did from getting phosphorus out of detergents. The legacy also lives on because of the work that Governor Milliken did to shift a lot of funding to recreation facilities and parks, especially in lower income areas of Michigan. And that served to benefit, everyone's life. Everyone needs to be outside. Everyone needs to appreciate their environment, especially when the environment is the legacy that we're all going to have in the future. The legacy that he left on, and his appreciation for the environment in northern Michigan, is a lot that we're trying to build off of, and the things that we're trying to improve through Flo. So right now I am working on researching several key topics that were important to him and are important to Flo right now. Primarily I am working on investigating the negative impacts of withdrawals and consumptive withdrawals from headwater streams, and things that may impact the downstream reaches, so impact any sort of aquatic culture that is in those rivers and in those streams. I'm also working on researching information about groundwater protection, so different things that may impact the pollution of the quality of the water and the quantity of the water that's currently available for Michigan residents who are using groundwater wells. I am working on several case studies and researching areas in Michigan that may struggle with water insecurity. So that can be anything from failing infrastructure to inability to afford water at the current rates, and even focusing on the contamination of water that may impact the water quality that they get, and basically any fears that residents may be having throughout rural areas of Michigan.